Guys, it's Sarah, and today we are going to do my January book haul revisit. So I'm going to be watching my book haul from January of 2018, and I will let you know what the status is of those books. Have I read them? Have I not read them? Are they still on my shelves? Did I unhaul them? Kind of what the status is on them. And we're going to do this together. So what I have figured out is how to do the little picture-in-picture thing. So I will play my video for you while I'm watching it, and then I will let you know. I'll pause it and then let you know what the thing is, and if I have the book still, I'll go grab it and show it to you. And then I'm going to keep track in my bullet journal. So I have my little headset here. This is the headset that I use when I listen to audiobooks or if I'm listening to anything on my phone. I don't remember the manufacturer for this. I'll leave it down below though, but it's a little Bluetooth. You just clip it on your ear, turn it on, and it's connected to your phone or whatever, and you can just listen. So this is what I am going to use so that you guys don't hear it here, so there's not feedback. That's awkward. Okay, and then I have my bullet journal ready to go so I can keep track. I'm just going to keep my tally marks, and we're going to see how this goes. All right, so let's get started. Okay.
Hey guys, it's Sarah, and it's book haul time.
I was in New Mexico.
All right, I have 20 books to haul.
20.
I guess I did some book shopping. Okay. I have these separated into kind of categories of where I got them. So I'm going to start with some books that have been sent to me. The first one was sent to me by a sweet, sweet, sweet subscriber, Debbie. Thank you so much.
Debbie.
She sent me The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn.
Yep, and I still have it. It's right here. Like, I don't even have to get up. I have read this. I loved it. I actually want to read it again, maybe for October this year. I'll read this one again. This is a short story, and it's like a ghost story written by her, and I loved it. I want it to be like a full book.
So I ended up getting one, and that is Peter Swanson, and this is All the Beautiful Lies. This comes out in April.
Okay, I have read that. I do still own it. It is on my shelves, but I have read that book and I really liked it. So I definitely want to read more Peter Swanson. But if I own it and I've already read it, I probably won't show it unless I can get to it kind of easily. But yeah, I do still have that ARC copy.
This next one is also from a publisher, and this one is a finished copy, but it is a book that I'm going to be reading and reviewing for you guys very, very soon because it comes out on February 13th, and that is The Queen of Hearts by Kimmery Martin. Look at this cover. Can you even?
I read that one already as well. Loved it. I do still own that book because it is beautiful, so it's still on my shelves, and I really, really liked that book when I read it. So, but yeah, that book is still, the cover is one of my favorites.
All right, this next stack is things that I just purchased myself from random places. So this first one is American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis, and I have not had a copy of this on my shelves yet. I have read this book. It was incredible. It was disturbing. It messed me up, but I loved it. And I wanted to have a copy for my shelves. And I was having a hard time finding a really cool edition because I did not like the original covers for it that you can just pick up anywhere. So I wanted to find something really cool. I found this 40th anniversary edition from Picador, and I just love it. I got this on Abe Books, so if it's something that you're interested in, that's where I got it. And I just love it. I just love the little saw thing here. And if you have read this book, you know what that means. But yeah, I love it. I think it's gorgeous, and I'm excited to add it to my shelves. All right, this next one is one that I got from my friend Tiffany. She was getting rid of some books and asked me if I wanted any, and when I saw this one on here, I was like, I'll take that. This is Escape, and this is by Carolyn Jessup, and
I have not read that one. I do still have it. Let me see. All right, so this one I have not read yet. It is a nonfiction book, and it is based on Carolyn's experience escaping a cult, I believe. She became, it says at 18, she became the fourth wife of a 50-year-old man. I had 8 children in 15 years. When our leader began to preach the apocalypse, I knew I had to get them out. So she got herself and I believe her children out of that situation. So definitely something I'm interested in, especially with cults, and kind of that whole mindset is very fascinating to me right now. So definitely still interested in reading this. I just haven't done it yet.
And I just picked it up, and that's The Orphan's Tale. This is by Pam Jenoff.
Yep, I haven't read that one yet either. And I definitely still have. It's actually right here. I don't even have to get up. Look at that. All right. The Orphan's Tale by Pam Jenoff. Now, this one is a historical fiction, and it follows some orphans that were put on a train, and I believe they were heading to concentration camps, but then someone also gets on this train as kind of a stowaway, like no one knows that this person's on the train. They realize exactly what's happening here, and I think tries to save them. So, haven't read it. Still really, really, really want to. I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet. I need to, but it sounds like something I would really enjoy.
All right, this next one, you guys, I have been waiting. I'm not kidding you. I've been waiting 2 years for this book to come. I pre-ordered this book 2 years ago. I wish I was kidding about that.
Yeah.
Winter by Marissa Meyer in paperback.
Okay. I have not read that yet. It's in my other room, so I think I'm going to let it hang out over there. But yeah, it did take 2 years for that book to come out in paperback. 2 years. I have not read any of the Lunar Chronicles. None of them. I have the entire series. Yep. That's a thing.
Okay, these next two I actually found at the dollar store because I was in there getting some stuff for Valentine's.
Still, I don't know.
And of course, I had to browse in the book section. And of course, I found 2 books. But I've had good luck there. So, you know. This one is You Will Never Find Me by Robert Wilson.
Okay.
And
I unhauled that because I found out it was in the middle of a series. And it didn't get high enough ratings that I was willing to go and find the other one. So I did unhaul that. I did not read it. So I don't know if I should. I'm not going to count it. If I didn't read it, I'm not going to put it unread. I'm just going to put unhauled, and that's fine. If I did read it, I'll put read and unhauled if I end up unhauling anything, just so that I know exactly how many I've read. But that one I did not read.
Is one that I have heard about, and I heard about it on Lindsay's channel, and that's Lindsay's Little Library. I will leave her link down below. And she read this pretty recently, and she loved it. Like, she was raving about it, and so I kind of went, oh, huh. And then I saw it at the dollar store. I was like, $1, done. And that is The Wife, the Maid, and the Mistress. And this is by Ariel Lawhon.
Yep. I do still own that. I have not read it yet, so that is another unread. I think it's in here. Literally right behind my chair. Yep, right there. I have not read this one yet, but yeah, Lindsay still talks about this book. I think she sent it to Lisa for Advent as well because she knew I had a copy already because I found it at the dollar store. But yeah, I haven't read this one yet, but I'm still definitely intrigued enough to hang on to it and want to read it because she loved it so much.
From my library, and they have a book sale room that's open all the time, especially to me because I volunteer there, so I kind of get first dibs on books. It's a little perk. But I was in there organizing the room one day. We were kind of cleaning it up, and I found 3 books that had been added in there that I were not in there before, and I was like, hold up, these are now mine. First one is What She Knew by Gilly Macmillan. Is it Gilly or Gilly? I do not know.
I still don't know. I do still own that. I have not read it. So that is another unread. And I think that's in here too. Right in front of my face. Right here, guys. Right there. Haven't read this yet. I have read Gilly Macmillan. I've read one book by her and I liked it, but I heard this one was better. So I definitely want to read this one. I do have another one as well that I have not read yet. But yeah, so it's going to be a thriller and I'm excited to read it at some point.
This next one is a Stephen King book, and it is a book that I had heard about recently, and it's written under Richard Bachman, and it's called Blaze.
I have not read that one either. That's a shorter one. That's in here too. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Okay. Yeah, I haven't read this one yet. I've heard good things about it. I just haven't read it, so I don't know. Just another Stephen King I haven't read, but it's a short one.
And the last one that I found at the library, I was just flipping out. And that is Everyone Brave is Forgiven by Chris.
Yep. Haven't read that one yet either, but I do still have it. I think that one's in here too. Right here. Everyone Brave is Forgiven. I've heard pretty good things about this one. I have had a couple people read it and not really enjoy it, but I'm still interested enough in it that I want to give it a try and see what I think. So, yeah. Still sitting here unread.
All right, let's talk about thrift books because I just put in an order for thrift books, and this is only the second time I think I've used them. The first time I used them was a few years ago, and I wasn't really happy with the quality of the book that I got, so I never went back and bought anything else from them. But I decided to give them another try, and There was one book on there that I knew I wanted, and it was really expensive on Amazon, so I ended up getting it for a lot cheaper, which is why I went ahead and put in the order. But I went ahead and got 2 more as well so I could get the free shipping. So the first one is Peace Like a River, and this is by Leif Enger.
Yeah. I still have that. Still have not read it, so that's going in my unread. And I think that's in here too. All right, Peace Like a River. I have not read this one yet. I have heard it's very beautiful and well written, so I do want to read it eventually, but just haven't done it yet. All right, we started out good, but a lot more in the unread column here. All right, let's see what's next.
The other one that I picked up is really good timing because this one is the first book in a duology, and I got the second book on Book Outlet, I believe, and I needed the first one so I could read the second one, and I found it. And that is Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer.
Okay, so this one I have not read, and I'm actually unhauling it. That's in my big unhaul pile right now because I don't think I'm going to. And I didn't hear enough good things about it when I did haul it. And when, you know, people have seen that I have it, they were just saying it was just okay and fine. And I really got it because it's Jodi Picoult, but it's not going to be my Jodi Picoult the way that I read her books, her adult books. So I think I'm probably just going to ultimately be let down by him. So I've already gotten rid of those.
And the reason I put in the order is because I found this book that is originally $15 on Amazon, and I got it for $4. And that is Writing in the Margins. And this is by Lisa Nichols Hickman.
All right, so this one is about writing in your Bibles and kind of getting over your fear of doing that and taking notes and stuff. And I have dived into it. It's not something I have read cover to cover or anything, but so I don't know what to count it as. I haven't read the full thing, so I guess it would have to be unread. But I do still have it. It's in my kind of my Bible cabinet, if you will. I have like a cabinet with all my Christian books and stuff. So, but it's more like a workbook type thing.
Okay, this last group of books are books that I got at Goodwill. All right, the first one is a book that I actually saw at the book fair at my daughter's school, and I volunteered to help run that. And I picked it up a few times because the cover is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. And the story sounded pretty interesting too. It is a middle grade, obviously. It was a school book fair, but I think it's something that, you know, I would probably enjoy, and I bet my daughter would enjoy as well. And that is Echo. And this is by Pam Munoz Ryan.
Okay. I do still have Echo. I have not read it yet. Maybe for middle grade March this year, because I'm hearing amazing things about it. I'm hearing amazing things about the audiobook. So I may need to see if I can find it on audio as well, but I do have it. Okay, so I still have this one. I am still hearing amazing things about it, especially from people who are reading it. And yeah, I've heard it's very beautiful and a great story and all that. So I may try to get to this during middle grade March. I have a few big books for middle grade March planned, so we're gonna have to see. Although middle grade does read a lot faster. So yeah, I don't know, but it'll definitely be on my radar.
And the next one that I found at Goodwill, I was really excited about because I've been hearing about this one a lot recently, and I think it has come out recently as well. And that is Roomies by Christina Lauren.
Okay. I still have that. I have not read it still. I do want to read Christina Lauren. She's definitely an author, or it's a pair of authors, but they are definitely authors I want to get into this year. And I think I'm going to be doing that for sure, but I still have that one. All right. So, yep, I still have this one and haven't read it yet. This was on a TBR for me. I don't remember, I think it was a readathon or something. I was thinking about picking this up for a readathon and I never did. I didn't get to it, but yeah, I still want to read it.
The next one that I found at Goodwill is The Lake House by Kate Morton.
I have not read this one either. I do still have it. It's actually right underneath my feet right now. Kate Morton is another author that I haven't read anything by her, but I have multiple books by her, and I know that if I start reading them, I'm going to really enjoy them. So yeah, just haven't done it yet.
All right, this next one is by an author that I know, and I own one of his books already. I haven't read anything by him yet, and I found this, and the cover is fantastic, and I looked up the rating on Goodreads, and it's really high, so I was like, all right, give it a try. Okay. This is The Thousand Autumns of Jacob de Zoet by David Mitchell.
Okay, that cover is beautiful. However, I've unhauled it. I actually tried to read a little bit of it. I didn't start from the beginning. I kind of flipped through to read a couple paragraphs to see if it would be something I was interested in, but oh my goodness, it kind of seemed like it would be difficult for me to read. So I ended up unhauling that one. I did keep Slade House by him though, so there's that.
Last but not least, this is another book that I picked up because I just heard about the author, and I had never heard about this author before until I saw Lindsay's video, again from Lindsay's Little Library, about she did like an author exploration of this author, and I had never heard of her before, but she talked about the books that she was writing and how much she loved her. Lindsay and I have very, very similar reading tastes, so I'm like feeling that if she really likes her, that I'll really like her. And then I showed Lisa what I got, and she said, "Oh, you're gonna love her. She's a great author." I'm like, why are you guys not telling me about these people? My friends are holding out on me. Okay, Heather Gudenkopf.
Yep.
I'm never going to be able to say her name. This is These Things Hidden.
These Things Hidden. Okay. I do still have that. That's the last one. So I do still have that book. I have not read anything by Heather Gudenkopf yet, but I definitely still want to. But I do still have that one. Okay, I'm taking this off because I'm done. So, yes. I still have this one and haven't read this or anything by Heather Gudenkopf yet, but I definitely want to, and I do have one other book from her as well. So this is just the first one that I found, and yeah, so I haven't read it yet. All right, so here's my final stats. Out of 20 books that I hauled, I read 4, I unhauled 3, and I have still on my shelves unread 13. So not the best statistics this month on my haul, but that's okay. It's all right. I have a lot. I have a lot that I have not read yet, but I still want to, and I'm still really excited to. So I guess that's what's important. As long as I'm still excited to read them and I, want to, and I'm planning to, I'm okay with that. So, all right, that is it, guys. That is my January book haul revisit. Let me know down below if I should get to any of these this year, and if so, which ones. And, if there's like an overwhelming response to one of them, maybe I'll pick it up sooner rather than later. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.